Hey everybody, welcome back to The Witcher 3. We just had a big showdown with Avallac'h.
So, off to Novigrad then?
Let's just hold off on that for a second.
Give me a minute. I'm old. Need more rest.
Let's stay a bit longer.
Thank you. Now, first things first, as I have learned numerous times over the past many hours, is that we should always go back and check to see if the big guy dropped anything. So that's what we're gonna do. I think it's up this way. Yeah, this is where the fires were. There he is right here. A magic acorn. What's a magic acorn? Oh, I just sorted it funny now. Rarity, maybe? No. Okay, here it is. Acorn from the oak tree growing on the peak of Bald Mountain in Velen. What? Okay. Lesser glyph of Igni, cured leather. Okay, so we have an acorn. What is that about? Can I just use it? Oh, I can consume it. Acquire ability. Oh, acquire ability points +2. That is right on. That's awesome. Actually, we're level 30 now, so we have a lot more opened up. As you can see, this is my refined tree from a couple episodes ago, I should say. And I'm thinking, how many do we need in here? We need 4 more to get into this next level. I think I'm gonna go acquired tolerance though. And then which one of these could I slot? This one's already in. Those are already in. That one's in. That one's in. Oh, it's the oil prep. That's right. So now we have like pretty nice synergies here with our mutagens. And we still have an extra point available. I think what I'll do is hold on to that for now. I could put it into precise blows, fast attack, but I'm not really getting the benefits out of it. I really like the alchemy tree a lot. That just seems to make a lot more sense for me. I think this might be a good time to actually go out and like do some other things because we're pushing pretty heavily, and I think we need to just lighten it up a tad because it's been pretty gnarly lately. And I'll tell you what, we're gonna start with just heading out to the random question area. And I guess I was thinking that I would like to do that, but I can't call Roach or anything, so I don't even know. I don't know if this is actually the right time to do it. Maybe we have to head back and then we can kind of take a little break. Oh, you know what? Let's actually draw from this again.
Magic. Place of power.
And then I'll tell you what, we'll talk to Ciri. Where'd she go? We'll talk to Ciri, we'll head back to Novigrad, and then we'll see if we can just head out from there.
Yeah, let's get going.
Let's go.
We'll probably only propose that question so we have the time to go and check out Avallac'h. That's what I'm thinking.
The oak is dead.
The oak, the crones. I fear that was your last feast.
What of our acorns?
Oh, what?
Don't know, don't care.
You must learn to live without them.
This is no longer no man's land. It's no longer the lady's land. It's all yours.
What are we to do?
Come, Geralt. It's time.
Manage. On your own.
Wow. Okay. I can almost guarantee that acorn could have been used to do something there. Well.
Then non-humans. Thought it was mages the hunters and the
Oh.
temple guard were after.
Mages left. Hunters needed a new quarry.
What?
Hatred and prejudice will never be eradicated, and witch hunts will never be about witches. To have a scapegoat, that's the key. Humans always fear the alien, the odd. As the mages had left Novigrad, folk turned their anger against the other races. And as they have for ages, branded their neighbors their greatest foes.
Dandelion! Ready some tankards with guests.
Please.
Geralt! Ciri!
What's up, Dandy?
When I learned Geralt had found you,
Glad to see you in one piece too, Dandelion.
Where have you two been?
Where do we even begin?
Just finished hunting down the crones of Velen and a general of the Wild Hunt.
Well, you've had a busy morning then, haven't you?
in fact, you look terrible. Like you could really use some rest.
Gladly take some. Point me to a room.
Of course. Come on, little swallow. I'll take you.
Let's meet later, Geralt. I've a little matter to resolve. I'll freshen up, then await you in the square in Gildorf.
All right.
Anyone here besides us? Lodge of Sorceresses. Triss and Yen were supposed to gather the remnants.
They're working on it. Triss is upstairs, waiting for you. Yennefer's gone to Crippled Kate's.
Yen? At that portside dive? Why?
Didn't inform me. Imagine that. And that elf of yours moved into the Ruby Suite. Told me to tell you he's waiting too.
That elf of yours.
Gave him your best room?
He didn't exactly ask.
Is he
I
paying?
prepared another room for him, but he blew past me and locked himself in the Ruby. Hasn't peeked out since. Barely eats, drinks only water, and the only thing I've heard from him is, I wish to know when Windblade and Zuriel arrive.
Thanks. Looks like I'll have my hands full.
Yeah, I would say so. So, final preparation seems pretty interesting. Now, we could talk to them and then just not talk to Ciri to see kind of what the overarching plan is. I'm thinking that makes sense.
Zoltan.
Get up.
Nice talking to you, Zoltan. See you later. Greetings, Triss.
Have you lost your mind? You went after Imlerith by yourselves? To the south? How could you put Ciri in danger?
I don't think anybody understands how strong Ciri is.
Ciri had to do it. I couldn't let her go alone. You'd have done the same in my boots. Besides, I was there the whole time. Had the situation under control. Mind if we change the subject? Past burning pyres on the way into town. Non-humans on them.
Things grow worse by the day. No mages left in the city, so the hunters had to find someone else to victimize. We need to resolve everything as quickly as possible and leave Novigrad.
Any success with the lodge? Anyone out there willing to help?
It doesn't look good. Ida outright refused, while Francesca won't budge from her little realm with a war raging. We don't know about Fringilla. Haven't been able to contact her.
And the others? Kira, Margarita, Philippa?
Kira? I thought you, of all people, had known.
What does that mean?
You can refuse a sorceress.
Oh god.
And Kira Metz certainly had her ways. But when she demanded the Mage Alexander's notes, I had to turn her down. Kira needed that, as she needed the impetus to start anew. She found it where she least expected to. Years later, discovering the cure for the Catriona plague, she was thankful none remembered her time in hiding as a village witch. I've seen worse matches. Hope things work out for them.
Lambert.
I hope they work out for
Right,
us.
okay.
And we actually find Philippa and Rita.
Know where they are?
Yennefer's looking into Rita's whereabouts. I have to figure out where Philippa is.
Know what Jens found out?
You'll need to ask her. I've been busy trying to find Philippa.
So, learn anything?
A few things that could be interesting. Prefer the long version or the short?
Tell me everything. I want the details.
After fleeing Loch Muin, Philippa ended up here in Novigrad. She sought help from her former lover, the sorcerer Arthur de Vliester.
De Vliester rings a bell.
Philippa had made a fool of him once. Arthur was out for revenge. He convinced her she'd be safest as an owl. She transformed, and he placed a Dimeridian band on her leg.
Oh.
The mage hunt started shortly afterwards. Sadly, Arthur fell victim. They auctioned off his estate. Just so happened a certain dwarven acquaintance of ours stumbled on the auction.
Zoltan. Huh. So Philippa was here under our noses the whole time?
Was, precisely. Zoltan lost her in a card game a few days ago.
These card games.
Yep, that's Zoltan for you.
A man showed up here, fleeced Zoltan bare, then proposed they play for the owl. Naturally, he won, then politely thanked Zoltan for the game and left.
Who was it? Know where he lives?
He's not from here. No one knows him.
Well, that's
Great.
helpful.
We got any leads?
We have this.
That Philippa the Owl's feather? Thinking divination?
Specifically hydromancy and a form of sortilege. We need a fountain where we won't be disturbed.
There's a few.
Need to take care of something first. Meet you somewhere later?
Fine. The fountain outside the Passiflora. And hurry, please.
Okay. So now we've got that going. What about talking to Yennefer? Or first we could talk to Avallac'h, who's also in here. All I want to do is gather the information, and then we can make a decision on when to go. Where is Avallac'h? I don't think this is it. I think we gotta go up still. Whoa, this place is nice. There's plums everywhere. Portrait of the Elder Races. Portrayal, not portrait. He's probably not at all interested in my magic tricks.
Need a hanky? Gotta admit, never expected this of you.
You humans have unusual tastes.
A hanky. I just got
How
that.
did you fare on Bald Mountain?
Need to ask? You're a sage.
I ask as a courtesy. A concept you clearly forgot when you left without uttering a word.
Ciri was in a hurry.
I know, so she wrote in her letter. But that is not my concern. You eliminated Imlerith adeptly. So adeptly, you might say you inspired me.
Okay, what's going on?
Skip the guessing games. I'm tired.
The loss of one of his great generals has weakened Eredin significantly. 2 others remain.
How do we get rid of them?
Caranthir is a loyalist, but Gels, that is another story. He was a devoted follower of our former king. And as it happens, Eredin poisoned our beloved ruler.
Okay, so you think he would betray him?
You make it sound important. So, guess it's not exactly common knowledge.
I'd even call it a secret.
How do you manage to hide it?
Oh, I assure you he's excellent at covering his tracks, though not terribly subtle. But I'm even better at uncovering them.
You think you can make a deal with him?
Haven't mentioned killing Gels.
Such drastic means are not always necessary.
So you probably plan to offer him a deal.
Brilliant deduction. Bravo.
Fine. So what do you propose?
Why, to bring Gels here? Show him the truth of what happened.
Fabulous plan. If we only knew where to find him.
I'm pretty sure he knows where to find him.
In the land of the NL.
Land of the NL?
You don't recall. After all, you did travel with Eredin for some time. The land of the Alderfolk. The world where we arrived centuries ago. A world that is now our home. The Red Riders come from there. And it is there where we will find Gels.
Think you're forgetting something. You and Ciri might know how to travel between worlds, but me? Not so much.
You clearly know there are many other worlds apart from the one where we now stand. They're linked by passages, hidden gateways that afford travel from one world to another. Of course, few know of these gateways. Even fewer can locate them.
Elven sages, for example?
For example.
Good thing we have one.
Such passage will open soon near where we are, fortuitously enough. Between this noble edifice and the butcher's yard. That's our chance. Shall we go?
Yeah, but I'm gonna meet you there.
Meet you there. Gotta see to something along the way.
Hurry. I'd rather not loiter in the street any longer than necessary.
Okay. They all say hurry, but they're gonna be waiting just a little bit. We should definitely talk to Yennefer, see what her thoughts are. So there's going to be definitely a little bit of intrigue, some espionage. This could be pretty interesting. Oh, you know what?
Washed your hair lately? How do you do?
Let's go ahead and dump a few things here. The Woven Steel Sword we can now use. The Silver Sword is not as good. Wild Hunt Sword. We'll just dump a few of these things. We also have... Let's see. Do we have anything we can use just yet? Not really. So yeah, we had the Tigra, but now we can use the Woven Steel Sword. Let's go ahead and do that. And we've got the Deer Deeth, which is pretty strong, actually.
Got a minute?
For you, my friend, always.
Thank you, Dandy. I think... Oh, well, maybe these aren't the same, or that we've asked previously.
Gotta tell me, how'd you wind up owning this establishment?
You'll never believe this. I inherited it from none other than Alonzo Wiley, Whoreson Sr. himself.
You're right, I don't believe it.
Alonzo ruled the local underworld with an iron fist, but deep down, he was a romantic, pure as they come. This place is one of the reasons his son's not my biggest fan. See, Cyprian Jr., that is, wanted to make this a brothel, but the Rosemary went to me, and I planned to turn it into the most elegant venue in town, a den of art and culture.
How do you and Priscilla meet?
It was at the court of Duke Harold, the annual balladry contest. We faced off in the final.
Who won?
I don't remember.
I bet.
Yeah.
Probably lost and you don't want to admit it.
Yeah, she crushed him.
She'd caught my eye, so I let her win. I was counting on getting a prize after the contest.
How'd that turn out?
Did you?
That, my friend, is not your concern.
Really? He's not telling. Do you want a portrait of Hemmerarch Hemmelfart? That's probably that painting.
Got a portrait of Hierarch Hemmelford I'm willing to part with. Want it?
Yes, those halfling painters. This one of theirs? Wonderful.
Like, I don't
I
know.
put this up at the Rosemary in time. It'll make those temple guard inspections so much easier.
Okay, well, there you go. It's yours.
Ran into Molly. She says hello.
Molly? Which Molly?
One you promised to show your butterfly collection to.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
Butterfly collection? You of all people could stand to be a little more inventive.
Molly didn't need inventive. She needed attentive. Average, run-of-the-mill girl. Give her a smile. Notice her shoes. Let her chat about them a bit. And she'd turn into a wellspring of passion.
All right, Sandy.
Dandelion.
Good to see you haven't changed too much, pal. Keep it up.
It's you, the White Wolf.
All of a sudden, we're outside.
Of Rivia, am I right?
You hear about me?
Hear about you? I know all there is to know. I learned it from Dandelion himself, who's forever telling stories of you and your adventures together, of your hunt for the dragon, and how you outfoxed the Sylvan midst the hemp, the battle for the bridge, and how he saved you from bandits.
Like to hear that one sometime myself.
One never tires of Dandelion's tales and ballads. Why, all will be amazed when I tell them the wolf himself takes joy in listening to them. Now, tell me how I may be of service. Something to wet your tongue?
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
You worked here long? Earlier, I mean.
Under old Mr. Wiley, you mean? Why, no. I answered a notice. What did it say? Help wanted to assist in the oversight of an exclusive establishment with refined diversions. Baccalaureate freshly gained, 10 years of tavern experience a plus, knowledge of the common tongue, elder tongue, and contemporary poetry required.
That is specific.
Wouldn't you have been better off staying at the academy, or?
I never passed the entrance exam. Neither do I know a lick of elder, though I can indeed play a ditty or three. Also, I've committed all Master Dandelion's works to memory.
That's probably all you
I
needed.
see. What do you have to drink that's good?
All right, so no cards, but we actually need... Oh, he doesn't sell anything that we need, actually. That's unfortunate. Okay. You know what, though? It's time. See if we remember how to play.
Gwent. How about it?
Okay. Northern Realms, let's rock. He's got a monster deck. He's probably going to be awesome. We've got Commander's Horn and Elf, Blue Stripes, Stennis, Vesemir, Trebuchet, Yennefer, Triss, Catapult, Vernon. This is a pretty good draw. I think I'll try and swap out these guys. There we go. That's great. We have 2 Blue Stripes. Let's swap out a Trebuchet for a Trebuchet. Cool. And let's just see. He's got double the strength of your close combat units, so we got to try and get him to play that early. Nice. Now, I fully expect that he's not going to have any decoys. Another one. Beautiful. That's a good one, too. Here we go. Oh, that's awesome for him and for me early on, because I don't plan on winning this round. I mean, I could I could scorch him. So let's say I scorch him, right? That's gonna take out 15, which means we need 17 to win. And then what I could do is play What could we play? Like, we could play Triss, this one, and this one. That would be more than enough. I don't want to play the medic. Actually, we could play our blue stripes. So we could play 14 and then 18 with one of the blue stripes. We could bring a blue stripes back with either Yennefer or our medic. So I think I'm going to do that, actually. There we go. Math, everybody. Plus, we get another card. I like how that's now a monster card. I guess just any card on his side that randomly stays, right? So. Now, he has to play this out. So, I'm going to start playing the big boys here. And I'm just going to go for the win. There's the beauties. He's down to 3 cards. I'm trying to play these guys so that if he does have a Scorch, then he won't be able to use it until he passes. And then by that point, obviously, he can't use it, so. Okay, he's gonna double the strength of the front line. That's all fine and well. Torrential rain, not a problem. Who do I want to bring out here? Let's bring her. Okay, Drog. Now he's out of cards. So I think we can take this. We are going to bring out our catapult, our 2 blue stripes. We'll Commander's Horn the front and the back row, not that we even need it. We'll also use our leader card. There we go. Good game. Feels good. Thank you. And I like how we've just come outside. That's fine. We got a siege tower. Is that something? No, that's new. Okay. It's just a siege unit, but that's cool. Let's go and we'll talk to Triss. And then after that, we could probably start doing some other activities. Like we take care of some of our contracts. We have the high stakes Gwent tournament we should take care of relatively soon. I do think we have a pretty strong deck now. Like there's not a lot of ways that we could improve it, I don't think. I mean, I could filter out any, like, if we just get stronger cards. But I don't know if I even want to put more, like, more unique cards in there because we can't augment them in any way. Purple Cates.
You mean me to grab another lass?
I'll give you a discount for heroic use.
Buy you a drink?
I'm afraid the dishwater's as good as it gets in this establishment.
Let me get you one of those.
Was that your idea or Ciri's?
Come on, Yen.
Spare me your lecture about responsibility.
I was actually going to recite an anthem praising your glory, but if you're not in the mood...
Sure.
Thought you'd be angry.
Angry? Why? Because you supported Ciri in her decision? Or because you fought by her side and won?
What if we'd lost?
We wouldn't be having this conversation. And the female part of the continent's population would be drowning in tears. You won. No point bothering with what ifs.
Okay, thanks, Yen.
Talk to Triss. Reconvening the lodge. It's not going so well.
Dangerous times, especially for sorceresses. Each thinks 5 times before sticking her neck out, and I can't blame them.
Yeah, I would do the same.
Charming place. Why are you here?
Good place
You'll
to
find out
hide.
soon. In the meantime, tell me about Philippa.
Nothing to tell yet. Came to get you first. So, gonna tell me why you're here?
I was able to establish Margarita's whereabouts, the prison in Oxenford.
Oh.
I also learned the identity of the man who escaped from there. He should arrive shortly.
So who's this guy?
What do you know about this fugitive?
I know he's the only one ever to escape from Darod. Every guardsman in the city now seeks him.
Sure he can be trusted?
We'll soon find out. He just walked in.
Okay. He didn't even shower.
Abbe Faria?
Who's asking?
We'd like to talk.
Damn.
Whoa, are you kidding me?
Best run and get him.
Like, does he think that he stands a chance?
Humans grow wild.
He's actually pretty fast.
Watch where you're going, eh?
That was a Canadian dwarf.
Damn it. Scaled the ladder. Guess I'm in for a roof walk.
Here we go. Channel our inner Altair. I guess I'm not able to catch him until I don't know when. Oh, let me get out of your way. Yeah, I'll let you get a head start. Ha! She would.
Take off the kid gloves, Geralt.
I mean, I tried.
Stop screaming or I'll harm you.
Thought you'd agreed to meet.
I said I'd found him, not that I'd spoken to him.
What do
Well,
you
that's-
want from me? Let me be.
Not what I was led to believe.
Calm down. We just want to chat.
And then stick a shift between my ribs. Leave me in the gutter.
Look at us. Do we look like bandits to you?
No. Not really, no.
I'm glad you agree. Besides, you'd be worthless to us dead.
So you shan't hurt me.
No. You're gonna tell us your story, then be on your way.
So be it. But we really ought to go back to Kate's. It's unwise to linger in the street.
Next time before you run,
Drink
just think
up.
about that.
It'll help
Thanks. What do you want?
to get into Darod.
Find a hunter. Tell them you practice magic. They'll lock you up lickety-split.
We need to get in without anyone noticing. Tell us how you escaped, then get on with your life. They say no one gets out of Darod alive.
Aye, so they say. My thought? Why not try it dead?
But they burn
Okay.
corpses.
They didn't start burning them until they learned an old fellow like myself had escaped. Before, they dropped the stiffs into a great pit. The pit's connected to the sewers, and the sewers empty into the river. And once you reach the river, you're as free as a fish.
So we're going in through the corpses then.
So you played dead. No one caught on?
As a youth, I'd apprenticed with an apothecary in Silverton. Learned a thing or two about herbs. Sleeping mushrooms grew on the walls of my cell. And I found belladonna in the prison yard. Just had to mash them together and eat the pulp an hour before evening rounds.
You might have lost your life.
I prefer to die on my own terms, were that to be my fate.
they say Dayrod's better guarded than the keep at Vicovaro.
Choose the guards from among witch hunters. The worst dregs, rabid fanatics. If you only knew what they do to folk. Torture every day. The wheel, the rack. We only knew peace on holidays when they drink themselves blind.
They're allowed to drink on duty.
Not officially, but you know how it is.
So theoretically, we could get in the way you got out.
Assuming we don't mind the company of decomposing corpses.
I mean,
And
we've
assuming
been
you can
through
squeeze
worse.
Through the grate. They barred the outlet to the river after I escaped.
Explosives could take care of that.
For half the city to hear us? I've a better plan. Oxenfurt was built on elven ruins.
Which have to connect to the sewers somewhere. If we can find a way into the ruins.
We'll get into the prison.
Like it.
See? Wasn't so hard.
One last bit of advice. Find a new tavern. Everyone here knows you.
Thank you. Whatever your plans, I hope they work out.
So do we. So long. What he said about the guards could prove handy.
True.
The
Things
drinking?
will go more smoothly if we can get even a few of them drunk.
Zoltan ought to manage it. I'll ask him.
Let's meet on the Oxenfurt Bridge.
This is cool. So we've got 3 different things we need to do. I will definitely ask Zoltan for help.
Well, you know.
Let's go and do that.
Let's drink for its nearly night.
Get out of the way, Witch Hunter. We've got a little bit of activities that we need to do for Triss, for Avallac'h, for Yen. But I think before we do that, we're gonna be a bit selfish and just do a few things for ourselves for a little while. We'll start with asking Zoltan just so we can kind of wrap that up. But then we're gonna go do some Witcher's contracts. The guy needs to make some money. We might take place in the Gwent tournament, among other things. We'll see. Where's Zoltan? Oh, he's back here.
Zoltan.
Get up.
They're holding Margarita at Dayrod. Got a plan to break her out, but we need your help.
What should I do?
Load a wagon with as much Mahakaman as you can find and drive it to Oxenfurt. Yennefer will give the signal. We'll drive through the gates and treat the guards.
Oh, these are terrible times. Since the mages left town, the hunters have taken to harassing non-humans. A dwarf lingering around the prison gates only stands to attract attention.
That's a good point.
Right. Didn't think of that. I'll go straight to Yen in that case. She went to find a way into the ruins beneath the city.
I bet you he still tries to find a way to do it.
See you later.
I really do. Okay. Well, we're gonna take a break. Now that this is underway, we're gonna avoid it a little bit. We could probably, like, if we wanted to, we could do some of them, but it doesn't make sense. I think we should do them all together. Most of the stuff takes place in Skellige. I just want to see if... Okay, that's Spikerug, or Speakerug. We've got some Gwent stuff going on in Skellige, which maybe I should take care of before we do the tournament. I just want to see if there's any rewards that we need to pick up in Novigrad. I'm pretty sure we picked up everything. We've got the Grossbart brothers. Yeah, maybe the next episode we should do some Gwent stuff. That would be kind of cool. We've also got contracts, and we do have some that are in Novigrad, so maybe we should do those and then the Gwent, and then we go over to Skellige to take care of some of the contracts there. Yeah, the contracts are always pretty unique. I enjoy doing those. So maybe it makes sense to do these. Let's see where they are in relation to us. So 887 feet. We've also got the Oxenfurt Drunk, about 1150. We've got Lord of the Wood, 308. That's looking pretty good. And then Creature from the Oxenfurt Forest, a little bit further away. Okay, so that makes sense. Let's do Lord of the Wood, and we'll take care of some contracts when we come back. I'm looking forward to it. See you guys soon. Bye.